Hey everybody, Brian Bauman from Bauman Farms, and it is fall on the farm. Fall is always a busy, crazy time at Bauman Farms with pumpkin patch and hay rides and corn mazes, but at the end of the day, I am always all about the plants for fall, and I wanted to show you some that are brand new. So check it out. I saw this dahlia at a trial garden this last summer, and I instantly knew that I wanted to have it for fall because it has this beautiful dark foliage, and it's a seed variety dahlia, so you'll get some variation from dahlia to dahlia. So you have this one that's a fully doubled flower. This one is maybe not quite as double, but you can see the difference in color between the two of them. So you definitely get a range. You want to wait to pick out the blossoms when you see some blooming on it, so you know what color you're getting. But this, look at the branching on this. Really nice and full, very dark foliage. This plant is loaded with buds. And what I find with dahlias a lot of times, why I love them for fall so much, is they really like the cooler night temperatures that we get in the Northwest. Even possibly down into upper 30s, you're still going to be fine. Once you hit low 30s, you're going to get damage on the foliage. But 40s, perfect for dahlias. You're going to get really nice full plants. It's also going to keep them a little more compact so they're not quite as floppy. And oh, this flower is so pretty. We have a really nice crop of them, and I'm always looking for new varieties for the fall. This dahlia, like a lot of the others, a lot of times they're listed as annuals. This one's listed as an annual. It will form a tuber in there, and really, for best luck, you need to dig those up and hold them over until the spring. If they stay in the ground, it's usually not the cold temperatures, it's the combination of water, freezing, and they just rot out. So if you want to keep them over to the next spring, you just have to dig them up or keep them in an area maybe where they're going to get a little bit of protection, and I think they're going to come back really well. When I'm looking for plants in the fall, the things that I'm looking for is something that's going to give you a long life. And hanging baskets, you know, are my jam. And I wanted to show you a couple different ones. Jessica, I'm going to sneak behind you here. So we have some different fall hanging baskets. And this is a new combination for me this year. And I want to show you this purple ice plant. Purple Dancers is the name of this one. Really pretty purple flowers. And then I'm pairing it with plants that are going to hold up literally all winter long. So we have this black ajuga, we have angel vine or wire vine, we have a carex that's going to come right out through the center here, a little bit of golden jenny, and in the end, you end up with a really nice hanging basket. This will fill out even more, and this will look good all winter long. And there are more combos that I did. That is just one, and I better hang this back up before I get in trouble. Okay, this is a sneak peek. I wasn't going to show you this because I wanted to save it, but I'm here and I really want to show you. So I came up with this idea for a winter hanging basket that will act, this is all herbs, and I want to do them for Thanksgiving. Like something you could put out on your porch or patio where you're barbecuing the turkey or deep frying your turkey, or just something you can go out and get fresh herbs. Everything you need for Thanksgiving dinner. We have sage, rosemary, oregano, 2 different types of thyme. And I mean, I planted these with the idea that they'd be ready in November, but look how full they are. They're already looking great. All of these are evergreen and will hold up really well in the wintertime. So this basket will go all winter long, and you can just come out on your porch or patio and pinch what you need, take it from there. Here's another one of the combos for our hanging baskets for the winter time. This one I planted a little bit earlier. You can see how big and full it is. This is the lemon coral sedum from Proven Winners. It is a monster. You really have to be careful what you pair it with. This angel vine here is called Sealand. It has a little bit bigger leaf. It's much more aggressive than some of the smaller leaf varieties, and I wanted to pair that with the lemon coral because I knew it would hold up a lot better. We have a curly whirly juncus, which is a grass coming up out of the center, and then that black ajuga, some trailing creeping jenny. Here you go, look at that jenny hanging down there already. This basket will go all winter long. Heucheras might be one of the perfect plants for fall planting. They look great all winter long. In fact, they're going to start shooting up flowers in the springtime, and they're bulletproof. Super easy to take care of. Even when it's super cold, they still bounce right back, and there's such a wide range of colors. So I wanted to show you some of the differences here and the different varieties here. This is lime marmalade. There's a couple different colors in that series, but one of the things that I like about it is how tight and full all the foliage is. Look at all the leaves in there. You really get a nice compact plant. That lime green goes well with any color, orange, red, blue, purple. You could put this with anything and it's gonna look fantastic. This darker variety here is Black Forest Cake. You'll notice the leaves are not quite as full on this variety as the lime marmalade. It gives you a little bit different habit. The other thing I like about it is the underside of the leaves has a really nice color to it, but this dark foliage is going to look great for the fall, very hardy, easy to take care of, but the leaves can have some nice patterns on them too. Check this one out. This is Snow Angel Corabels. Has beautiful pattern kind of on each of these foliage here, which makes it unique and beautiful by itself. But the other thing I like about this variety a lot is that the flowers come up on it and are a deep ruby red. So when the flowers start blooming, like February, March, they're really going to start coming up. It'll be just, it'll have this variegated foliage with the red flowers coming up. This one is not quite so intense, but it's honestly, I think, my favorite. This is Forever Purple. A lot of heucheras, as temperature changes, day length changes, they'll change color with the leaves. Summertime, the bright new foliage will be a little more intense usually, kind of fades down in the summer. And in the wintertime, it can almost be kind of muted. But Forever Purple is going to hold this purple color better than some of the other varieties that also have purple foliage. It also has a really nice veining on the leaves, which I really like. So it's going to keep that color and the contrast within the leaves all summer long. In the wintertime, what you'll see is some of these leaves, like underneath, will start turning brown, the older leaves, and the new leaves are still coming up in the center. During the wintertime, I'll go through every once in a while and just kind of clean up these smaller underside leaves just to keep it looking a little bit nicer. Okay, this sea of purple and white pansies is stunning right now. And fall is the perfect time to plant pansies. They don't bloom as much in the fall as they do in the springtime, but by planting them in the fall, it gives them a chance all winter to really get a nice root system established. The foliage just kind of hangs out on top, but the magic is happening underneath the ground so that when spring does hit, the pansies you plant now are going to be 4, 5 times bigger than the ones that you get in the springtime. Fall is the perfect time to plant pansies. Hellebores. It's a little too early to be thinking about them. They're not going to start blooming until end of December, January, sometime around there. But if you have them in your garden, one of the things that we do is there's really nothing happening on top of the ground right now. I can start to see the little buds starting to form down underneath in here. But the magic is happening under here. The root system is really developing and getting ready for wintertime. That's when your Lenten rose, hellebores shine. You actually want to fertilize these in the fall and the winter. There's nothing happening. You don't know what you're fertilizing for, but some time-release fertilizer on your hellebores in the ground right now at home is going to give you more blossoms and a more energized plant come wintertime. Is this not the most stunning flowers for fall? Dark foliage, flowers with like a red center with flaming out orange. Like, it's perfect. Here's the deal. It is super hard to make this perennial look good in a 1-gallon pot. This is Heliopsis Bleeding Hearts. And as you can see, it's like all fallen over. It just doesn't have a support system in a 1-gallon pot like it's going to have in the garden. But I mean, holy moly, that's one plant. Like, this is another name for this is perennial sunflowers. They're super hardy. They come back every year. They're very easy to take care of, and they will be much more under control. They'll have a better habit in the ground. But out here in the nursery, you can see they're kind of just sprawling all over the place. They just don't look good. But let me tell you, this plant is so worth it for fall. All right, Janie Santos. This one is totally your fault. Janie from Dig Plant Water Repeat turned me on to this plant. This is a tecoma. This particular one is chiclet orange, Esperanza. And oh my gosh, like I just planted these a month ago. Look how full they are. There is buds coming out all over the place on this plant. Beautiful fall colored flowers. And you're going to have to be a little careful with where you're at in the Northwest or the West on if this plant is for you. This is technically a Zone 8 plant. In the Willamette Valley here, we are Zone 8. It should be fine. It will mean that it will get burned in the wintertime likely, but it won't die. Coast, perfect. Probably won't burn at all. It's just, you're going to have to pay attention. If you were Zone 7, I'm not sure this is going to make it every year. It would need to be in a protected area. Zone 6, Zone 5, no. Grow it as an annual. It grows really well. But there are lots of places throughout the West Coast where Zone 7 is going to work great. This is such a unique flower. Proven Winners came out with this one last year or the year before, and they have a brand new one, which we already have on order for next year, that's called Chiclet Red. So we have Chiclet Orange and Chiclet Red. But I really think in the pot, even in the ground, this is going to be such a great perennial for those of you who are in Zone 7 or higher. There is a lot of really cool plants that work great for fall foliage color. My garden is so tired right now. We're finally getting some rain. Things are finally starting to perk up. I need to go grab some of these and give my garden a little extra boost for the fall time. So come on out to Bauman Farms because we are happy to help you give your garden a little extra boost too.